Hello, and welcome to this course. I am your teacher, Jessica. We will be covering a variety of different modules, such as greetings, introductions, asking questions, talking about where we live, our friends and family, shopping, my favorite, routine past simple tense, routine present simple tense, and then finally we will review where you can tell me about yourself. So let's get started. Hello! Today we are going to be talking about introductions. What is an introduction? An introduction is when we tell someone about ourselves. So we give them more information about who we are. Now, it is important that when we are introducing ourselves to someone for the first time, that we state our name. For example, my name is Jessica. It is important that we state our name first so they know what to call us. So, a common way that we may introduce ourselves is by saying, my name is Jessica. I am from Canada. I am 30 years old. I like cats and I enjoy painting. Now, we can tell people whatever we would like about ourselves, but we can use those phrases to help us. So let's take some time to practice. Hello, what's your name? My name is... I am from... I am... I like... I enjoy. I hope you have fun practicing your introduction. Bye for now. Hello. In our last lesson, we discussed introductions and we talked about ways that we can introduce ourselves. In today's lesson, we are going to discuss how we can introduce another group of people or ourselves and a friend. Some of the words that we may use when we are introducing others or ourselves and a friend are we're, we are, they're, they are, and you're, you are. So let's use these words in a sentence. We could say, we're from Canada. They're from Canada. You're from Canada. We may also use these words to express their interests and likes. They're dancers. We're painters. You're an excellent artist. I hope that you have fun using these words to help introduce others. Bye for now. Hello. Today we are going to be discussing some common questions that someone may ask you during a conversation or that you may ask during a conversation. Let's start with the first common question. How are you? This question is asking, how do you feel? So there are many different ways that you could answer this question. Let's go over a few. How are you? I am fine. I am happy. I am great. How are you? Another question that someone may ask is, where are you from? You could answer, I am from Canada, Or you could say, I live in Canada. Both of these are ways that you can answer that question. Another question that you may ask or that they may ask is, what is your name? My name is Jessica. I hope that you have fun practicing these 3 different questions. Bye for now. Hello. Today we are going to be discussing where we live. More specifically, we're going to be discussing the different continents that we could live on. What is a continent? A continent is a large piece of land where a large group of people could live. There are 7 different continents: North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, and Europe. Now, if we are traveling to a different continent and someone asks, where do you live? We would answer with the continent that we live on. For example, where do you live? I live in North America. You can answer this question depending on which continent you live in. I hope you had fun with our lesson. Bye for now. Hello. In this lesson, we are going to continue to discuss where we live. In our last lesson, we discussed continents and how continents are large pieces of land that we can live on. Now, inside those continents are countries. There are many different countries that are inside of these continents because they are so large. Some of the common or popular countries that you may know of are the USA, Canada, the UK, China, Spain, France, Australia, and Hong Kong. Which country do you live in? I live in Canada. There are many other countries. These are just a few of them that you may have heard of before. Bye for now. Hello! In this lesson, we will continue to discuss where we live. So, more specific than a continent or a country is a city. So, if we want to be very specific about where we live, meaning that we want to provide a lot of detail about where we live, we can mention the city that we live in. Now, there are a variety of different cities. Some of the more popular or common ones that you may have heard of are London, New York, Sydney, Paris, Madrid, Toronto, and Beijing. Which city do you live in? I live in Edmonton. That is a city located in Canada on the continent North America. If I wanted to be very specific about where I live, I could say I live in North America, in Canada, in Edmonton. So, where do you live? Hello! Today we are going to be discussing the names of our different family members. Let's begin with our parents. Our parents are our mother and our father. Now, we may also call them mum and dad, mummy and daddy, mama and papa. These are just a few of the names that we may call our parents. Now, if our parents are referring to us or their children, they will call us a son or a daughter. If you are a male, they will call you a son. If you are a female, they will call you a daughter. So, I am a daughter. Are you a son or a daughter? I am. We may also have siblings. Now, our siblings are referred to as a brother or a sister. A brother is someone who is a male, and a sister is someone who is a female. I have a brother and a sister. Do you have a brother and a sister? There are many other family members as well, such as our aunt, uncle, grandma, and grandpa. Who are some of the family members in your family? Hello! Today we are going to talk about occupations, jobs, and professions. Now, all of this means the same thing. It means, what do you do for work? So what do you do in order to make money? Now, there are many different types of occupations. We are only going to discuss a few of the many possibilities. First, let's discuss doctors and nurses. Doctors and nurses are people who help people that feel unwell or sick. You may see them at a clinic or a hospital. Next, we have lawyers. Lawyers help you when you are in trouble with the law. Next, we have engineers, computer engineers, and architects. Engineers are people who design things or invent things that we need to use. So, specifically, a computer engineer is someone who designs and invents computers. An architect is someone who designs buildings. An engineer is someone who may help build those buildings or build that computer. Next, we have waiters and waitresses. Waiters refers to a male person who serves us food at a restaurant, and a waitress is a female who serves us food at a restaurant. Then we have a student and a teacher. Of course, I am a teacher and you are a student. And last, we will discuss an accountant. An accountant is someone who helps you with your finances or your money. Now, if someone asks you, what is your occupation? You can say, I am a teacher. I am a lawyer. I am a nurse. I am a student. Now, sometimes we can have more than one occupation. For example, you may be both a student and a nurse. We don't always have just one occupation. Thank you for listening, and I hope that you had fun. Bye for now. Hello. Today's lesson is about shopping. First, we will talk about the different locations that you can shop. And then second, we will talk about the different phrases that you may use when you are shopping at these locations. So first off is the post office. This is where we can send and receive letters, mail, or packages. The next place that we can go shopping is the bakery, where we can buy delicious cookies, cakes, and other desserts or breads. The market, which is where we can buy different food items such as vegetables, fruit, and various meats outdoors, and a supermarket where we can buy various food items indoors. We also can go shopping at a mall or a shopping center. This is where there are a lot of stores close together inside the same building. And then the last two places that we might go shopping are the coffee shop and a restaurant. A coffee shop is where we can buy coffee and tea and other various little snacks that we might have with those two drinks. And a restaurant is where we can order a variety of different food depending on the restaurant that we are at. When we are at these different shopping locations, we may start our sentences or our questions in these 4 ways. Can I have? Do you have? May I have? Or I would like. Now, let's go more specific. If we were at a post office, we might ask, can I have some stamps? If we were at a restaurant, we may ask, do you have a hamburger? We also may ask if we were at a bakery, may I have some bread? Okay. Along with this, we may also use the phrase, I would like. I would like some bread, please. I would like some stamps, please. I would like a hamburger, please. So the first 3 are more questions, where our last I would like is a sentence where we are saying what we want. Now that you know the common ways that we start questions or sentences when we are in these locations, you can continue to practice these phrases and sentences using items from the different shopping locations that we discussed earlier. Bye for now. Hello. Today we are going to be talking about routine, focusing on the past simple tense. What is past simple tense? Past simple tense refers to a way of speaking about something that has already happened. So something that has happened before this moment or yesterday, something that is in the past. Now, oftentimes when we are referring to something that has happened in the past, we like to add the letters ed to the end of our action words. For example, if someone is to ask you, what did you do yesterday? You could respond, I combed my hair. I washed my face. Notice that both the words comb and wash have an ed at the end of the word. This indicates that I have already done the action. Now, another word that we use to indicate something that has already happened that doesn't have an ed at the end is the word ate. Now, someone may ask you, what did you eat yesterday? You would respond, I ate some bread yesterday. Now, the word ate indicates that it has already happened. Some other words that indicate that something has already happened are the words went, had, did, and didn't. For example, they went to the mall. They didn't go to school. They did go to school. They had lunch. These are all things that have happened yesterday or in the past. We don't need to use the word yesterday because those words already indicate that it has happened in the past. Now, when talking about things in the past, we can use a variety of different subjects like I, which I have already mentioned, they, we, he, she, and it. Now, we can use these words to answer the question, what did you do yesterday? Or what did they do yesterday? Hello. In this lesson, we are talking about routine, focusing on the present simple tense. What is present simple tense? Present simple tense refers to a way of speaking about something that is happening right now, in this moment, today, the present. Now, when we are discussing things that happen in the present, we usually add the letters ing to the end of the word. This indicates that it is happening right now. For example, I am jumping. I am dancing. I am singing. All of these words have the ing at the end. This lets us know that it is something that is happening right now. Now, another word that indicates that something is happening right now is the word going. For example, I am going to the mall. This is a sentence that lets everyone know that we are going to do that right in this moment. So let's practice. What are you doing today? I am going to the mall. We are going to the mall. You are going to the mall. They are going to the mall. All of these ways of saying this sentence indicate that it is something that is happening right now, no matter what subject we use, whether it is I, we, he, she, or they. I hope you have fun practicing the present tense. Hello! Today we are going to review the content that we have discussed in our previous video lessons, and we are going to complete a role play activity to practice using this vocabulary in a conversational setting. I am going to ask a question and then pause, giving you time to respond. I will then provide some possible answers that you may have given. Let's begin. Hello, how are you? I'm fine. What is your name? I'm Jessica. Where are you from? I live in Canada. What is your occupation? I am a teacher. What are you doing today? I am going to a restaurant. What did you do yesterday? I went shopping yesterday. What did you buy? I bought bread from the bakery. Now, I may have provided a few different answers that you responded differently to from mine. This is perfectly all right as long as you are following the same beginning of the sentence and you are using vocabulary that we have discussed throughout our lessons. I hope you enjoyed this course. Bye!
Hello everyone and welcome to your course. I am Teacher Sam and I will be your teacher. In this course we are going to learn all about people. What do we do? Where do we live? Family, friends and famous people. We are then going to learn travel, asking for directions, giving directions, health and fitness, shopping for clothes, and what do you eat? So, go to the next video and let's begin. Hello and welcome to your first lesson. In this lesson, we are going to talk all about people. How do we talk about people? We say, he is, she is. So for example, he is very tall. She is short. I am very short. I am very tall. Now, let's look at negatives. He isn't. She isn't. Well done. Why don't you try and see what sentences you can make using she is, he is, I am. She isn't. He isn't. Well done, and I'll see you next time. Hello, and welcome back to your class. In this class, we are going to learn to describe what people look like. Her eyes are blue. Her eyes are blue. His eyes are blue. Her hair is dark brown. His hair is light brown. My eyes are brown. My hair is dark brown. My hair is blonde. Well done, everyone. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next lesson. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. In this lesson, we will talk about what you like to do in your spare time. I like to go to the cinema to watch a movie. I like to go to a restaurant to eat a meal or to have dinner. I like to go out with my friends to the disco or a nightclub. What do you like to do? Practice with your family and friends. Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to describe people. In the previous lesson, we learnt she is, he is, I am. Now we are going to use those to make sentences. Let's see. She is beautiful. I am beautiful. He is beautiful. My friend is clever. He is clever. I am clever. That is ugly. It is ugly. He is ugly. He is shy. My friend is very shy. She is shy. I am shy. Well done. Keep practicing using those words and sentences. See if you can describe yourself or describe a friend. Hello everyone and welcome to your lesson. In this lesson, we are going to talk about countries and nationalities. A country is where you live. A nationality is where you are from. So I live in England. So I am British. Let's look at some other examples. I live in Brazil. I am Brazilian. I live in Canada. I am from Canada. I am Canadian. I am from China. I am Chinese. I am from Russia. I live in Russia. I am Russian. I live in Taiwan. I am from Taiwan. I am Taiwanese. I am from Turkey. I live in Turkey. I am Turkish. I am from the USA. I live in the USA. I am American. I am from Mexico. I live in Mexico. I am Mexican. So, why don't you try talking about where you live, where you are from, and what nationality you are. Well done, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about what we do. What do you do? I am a doctor. My mother is a dentist. I am a doctor. My mother is a dentist. My father is an engineer. My brother is a teacher. What do you do? Practice talking about yourself and your family and your friends. Remember, we have learnt she is, I am, he is. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next lesson. Hello everyone and welcome back. In the last lesson, we talked about what we do. In this lesson, we are going to talk about where we work. Where do you work? I am a teacher. I work in a school. I work in an office. I work in a restaurant. I work in a gym. Where do you work? Practice talking about where you work. Or maybe try and talk about where your friends works. Earlier we talked about what you do, what your mother does. She does, she is, he is. Practice and see how many sentences you can make. She is a doctor. She works in a hospital. I am a teacher. I work in a school. Well done. Keep practicing and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about hobbies. What is a hobby? A hobby is something you like to do in your spare time, when you have time. I like to run. I like to dance. I like to paint. I like to sing. What are your hobbies? What do you like to do in your spare time? Well done. Keep practicing and I'll see you next time. Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about where you live. So, where do you live? I live in a big city. I live in the suburbs, just outside of the city. I live on a small island. I live in a small village near the rainforest. I live downtown. So, where do you live? Practice talking about where you live, using some of the examples, or maybe you can think of some of your own. Well done, and I'll see you in the next class. Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lesson, we will continue to talk about where we live. In the last lesson, we talked about our town, city, village, or suburbs. In this lesson, we will talk about the type of housing that we live in. I live in an apartment. In the UK, we say I live in a flat. It's the same thing. An apartment or flat has many different apartments in one building. So lots of people live in different apartments in one building. I live in a house. A house usually has one family in the entire house. I live in a townhouse. A townhouse is a house joined to other houses. You often find them in big towns and cities. A townhouse has many floors, but has one family in each house. I live in a bungalow. So, Where do you live? Practice talking about where you live. What type of house or flat or apartment do you have? Where do you live? Well done, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello everyone, and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about the types of roads that we may find, and when we talk about where we live, we talk about the roads. So let's begin, and I will explain further. Where do you live? I live on a street. This is a street. What is a street? A street is a small road found in cities. I live on a road. What is the difference? A road connects one place to another, or maybe one town to another town. I live in an avenue. What is an avenue? An avenue is a big road or a big street found within a town. So, where do you live? Do you live in a street, a road, or an avenue? Now, let's talk about an estate and a development. A housing estate or a housing development are often areas with lots of houses. Some all look the same and some may look different. They are found in the suburbs or areas outside of the city. So, where do you live? Do you live in a road, a street, or an avenue? Do you live in a housing estate, or do you live in a development? Practice speaking and using these terms to describe where you live. Hello everyone, and welcome. In this lesson, we are going to talk about famous people. What is a famous person? A famous person is someone who is known everywhere. For example, the Queen or the President of the United States. How about a famous footballer or a pop star? These are famous people. Which famous people do you know? Have a think and see how many you can think of. Well done, and I'll see you next time. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about our family and friends. We can introduce them. This is my family. These are my friends. These are my parents. My parents have been married for 65 years. Wow. They have lived in many countries. They now live in London, in England. My brother has worked for the same company for 10 years. My aunt has been a teacher for 15 years. Have a think. How can you talk about your family? Can you introduce them? Can you talk about them? Remember what we have learnt from the previous videos. She is, he is, I am. Try and use those in the sentences. She is a teacher. She has been a teacher for 10 years, or 5 years, or 15 years, whichever number you want to use. Have a go and see if you can use the words and sentences we have learnt in this lesson. Well done, and I'll see you next time. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about our family and friends. We can introduce them. This is my family. These are my friends. These are my parents. My parents have been married for 65 years. Wow. They have lived in many countries. They now live in London, in England. My brother has worked for the same company for 10 years. My aunt has been a teacher for 15 years. Have a think. How can you talk about your family? Can you introduce them? Can you talk about them? Remember what we have learnt from the previous videos. She is, he is, I am. Try and use those in the sentences. She is a teacher. She has been a teacher for 10 years, or 5 years, or 15 years, whichever number you want to use. Have a go and see if you can use the words and sentences we have learnt in this lesson. Well done, and I'll see you next time. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about health and fitness. How healthy are you? I eat a healthy diet. I exercise a lot. I don't exercise a lot. I go to the gym. I don't like the gym. I play sport. I don't play sport. I drink lots of water. I do not smoke. I do not drink alcohol. How often do you exercise? How often do you go to the gym? Once or twice a week. Sometimes, hardly ever, never. Why don't you have a try? How healthy are you? Practice using these sentences to create your answer. Well done, and I'll see you next time. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to use some sentences to talk about if we are not feeling well. So we can say, I am not feeling well. I don't feel so good. I am sick. Why don't you have a try? How are you feeling today? Well done, and I'll see you next lesson. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to go shopping for clothes. If you are in a shop and you want to know how much is this? How much is this shirt? How much is this dress? How much is this t-shirt? What if they don't have your size? You could ask, do you have this in a bigger size? Do you have this in a smaller size? Do you have this in another colour? Do you have this in red? Do you have this in white? If you are unsure and you don't know the size, you can ask, what size is this? What size is this shirt? What size is this skirt? Can I try it on? I like this dress. Do you take credit card? Well done. Keep practicing these sentences and I'll see you next lesson. Hello and welcome back. In this lesson, we are going to talk about food. What do you eat? Let's talk about different meals. What do you eat for breakfast? I eat cornflakes, cereal. I eat eggs and beans. I eat porridge. I eat pancakes, sausages and toast. I like pancakes. I don't like bread. So how about you? What do you eat for breakfast? Well done, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we talk about lunch. Hello, welcome back. In this lesson, we will talk about lunch. What do you eat for lunch? I eat noodles. I eat pizza. I eat fish and chips. I eat hamburgers. And I eat sandwiches. I don't like sandwiches. I don't eat sandwiches. How about you? What do you eat for lunch? Well done, and I'll see you in the next lesson where we talk about dinner. Hello, welcome back. In this lesson, we will talk about dinner. What do you eat for dinner? I eat steak with broccoli and vegetables. I eat jacket potatoes. I eat mashed potatoes. I eat fish and chips. I eat sushi. What do you eat for dinner? Practice answering the question, and well done. I will see you next lesson when we will talk about desserts. Hello, welcome back. This lesson we are going to talk about desserts. Desserts are what we have after our main meal. What do you eat for dessert? I eat cake. I eat pie. I eat cheese and crackers. I eat fruits. Practice answering this question. And in the UK, we sometimes call desserts pudding. So you may be asked, what do you eat for pudding? It means the same thing as desserts. Try answering the questions, and well done. See you next time. Hello, welcome to this lesson. We are going to talk about making plans. In this lesson, we will look at how to make plans and talk about them in conversation. So, what are you doing tomorrow? Tomorrow, I am going to the theatre. Would you like to go with me? Next week, I am going to the museum. Next week, we will be visiting my family. I would like to go to the theme park. Would you like to come with me? These are just a few examples of what we can say when we are making plans. Practice. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing next week? Well done, and I'll see you next time.